All right, team, let's get started. Let's go to attention. How do you guys feel today? Awesome, sir. Let's bow. And set position. Student creed. Student creed, sir. Line 1. I pledge to develop myself in a positive manner. Line 2. I pledge to use what I learn in class constructively and defensively. Line 3. I pledge to foster friendships and contribute to my community. And bow. All right, before we get started on warm-ups here, they're going to be, just kind of like last week, they're probably going to be a little bit different than if you're attending in-person classes. Still going to be a great workout, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. But just so you know, if you do attend class later in the week, the warm-ups will probably be different than what we're doing here online, okay? Let's go ahead and jump into our warm-ups. Our first one here, get that heart rate up. One of my favorites, we're going shadow boxing. If you got a bag, go ahead and hit to the bag. If not, hit to the air. Make sure you're keeping yourself moving. If your feet aren't planted, you're changing directions, blocking, kicking, and using not just your arms moving out, but using the strength in your muscles to make sure that those strikes look and feel real. 1 minute to start. Ready? And go. Think about all the Muay Thai stuff that you've worked on. Jabs, crosses, roundhouse kicks, maybe even elbows here or knees. Maybe you want to get some sparring stuff here. Boom. Roundhouse back knuckle punch. Side kick, back knuckle punch. Oh, yeah. Probably wouldn't throw a hook in sparring. Let's keep moving it when we're halfway through. Keep it up, everyone. We got 5 more seconds. And break. All right, everyone, let's break fall. We're going to start off here. We've got some rope pull-ups. We're going 45 seconds. Ready, set, and if you haven't done these before, it's like a sit-up. You're going to reach up, grab an imaginary rope, and pull it down. Ready, set, and go. I like to switch hands and reach up first every time. Right, left, left, right. Right, left, you get the idea, all right? We're 1/3 of the way in, already 15 seconds. That means we only have 30 seconds left. Really reach for this. Don't settle for just a little. Try and get yourself nice and high up. We got 20 more seconds. And as always, right, remember to breathe as we exercise. 10 seconds left. Oh yeah. And break. Next up, we've got some lunges. We're going 20 seconds on either side, or if you'd like, you can alternate between the sides. Either one works. Remember with a lunge, as you step, you just want to make sure that this front knee doesn't go past your front toes. Trying to get that knee above the ankle. And finally, this back knee, try not to let it slam into the ground, right? You can tap the ground if you'd like to, but try to not rest it down, right? 40 seconds. Ready? And begin. I'm going to go ahead and alternate here, just switching which leg is in front and trying to control the descent there so that I'm going nice and slow. Gives us a little extra time under tension there where it's really working the muscles throughout the time. It looks like we're about 15 seconds in. We're approaching the halfway point. We are halfway there. If you're doing one side, switch to the other. If you're alternating, keep alternating. There we go. 30 seconds in, we got 10 seconds left. Oh yeah. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and break. Let's go ahead and do our final warm-up here. Bumper push-up. So let's go push-up position. Again, it's gonna be 45 seconds. And as always, I'm gonna have one hand with the knuckles down. You do not have to do that. I'm still making sure this wrist stays safe. So for bumper push-ups, you start in a push-up position, drop yourself down gently to your forearms, and then come back up to your hands. Down to the forearms, back up to the hands, all right? We're gonna be doing that again, keeping it simple, 45 seconds. Ready, and go. The more controlled you are in this process, the better. And make sure you bring your hand up off the ground each time. We're trying to avoid the kind of wave thing where it's, never bringing my hands up. Set it down, set it down. There we go. 20 seconds in, we got 25 left. Just like before, remember to keep breathing, everyone. It's easier to forget with ab exercises when you're trying to keep your abs tight, but still can happen when you're doing these. 3, 2, 1, finish this one, and break. Nice work on those bumper push-ups, guys. I want you to go ahead and start stretching on your own. We're gonna go over our message of the week. Hey guys, so our message of the week this week is a real old one we haven't done in a long time. It's one of Guru's life messages. The message is, life is like a river, never reversing course, we're always moving forwards. And so as we travel through life and we travel down this river, we don't necessarily have control over all of the things that happen, right? I can't just decide, I'm gonna paddle upstream and be able to do that successfully, or I'm gonna take a sharp 90-degree turn onto land here, it's not gonna work too well for me, right? So I'm moving down this river and I do have a little bit of control of, am I going to try and dodge away from this rock? Am I gonna try and avoid this situation in life? But it's good to understand and know that, hey, it's always going to be moving forwards, right? We're always moving on to the next chapter of our lives. And we cannot control that. We can't stop time, we can't stop this river. So even though it's not changing directions, it's continually moving forward, and we need to be ready to adapt and grow with life as this river takes us through our life. So again, life is like a river, never reversing course, always moving forwards. All right, team, we get to work on some kicks this module, and ooh, I'm excited. I just love kicking in martial arts, right? I love kicking and sparring, looking at more traditional kicks and making sure that I can move them correctly. So I'm really excited for it. We get to work on our turn back kick this module, our turn back kick. So let's go ahead and get started. So breaking down the word turn back kick, we're gonna have to know how to do two things. We're gonna have to know how to do a back kick, and we're gonna have to know how to turn. One of those seems a lot easier than the other, right? So let's super fast go over how we do our back kick to make sure we're on the same page. I'm gonna go ahead and turn around so that I'm kicking towards you. If I was gonna kick towards you with a back kick, I need to make sure that I know where my target is. So before I do anything, I need to look over my shoulder, I need to spot. So if I just kick blindly here, chances are I miss. If I can turn over my shoulder and I spot, there we go, better opportunity for me. Notice I'm not turning like this, but instead, just looking over my shoulder to make sure I see my target. Now if I looked over this right side, that means I'm gonna be kicking with my right leg. I'm gonna bring it up in front of me, like a front kick chamber. I'm gonna keep my knees close together, extend my foot back before I bring it back to that front kick chamber and set it down. Finally, we're gonna be hitting with the heel of the foot, not the ball of the foot. So one more time, I'll turn around here. Turn and spot, chamber, kick, bring it back, and set it down. Finally, if we are able to keep our upper body pointed away from our target throughout the whole kick, that allows us to keep our toes pointed down, which is what we want in a back kick. If my toes point sideways, it would become a side kick. And a turn side kick is a kick. We're gonna stick with our turn back kick, all right? So let's build off of this. We already talked about our back kick, now let's talk about the turn. Pretty simple, right? Turn around. Not quite. We gotta make sure we're turning from the correct spot. Where do you think we're gonna be using kicks in the martial arts? Where would we go? Probably not from attention, right? It would be from a ready stance. So let me get to my ready stance here. Now, I'm gonna be kicking towards you. I'm actually gonna end up using my back leg. Now, finally, I'm gonna do this once towards you, and then I'll do it towards this wall. That way I think it'll be a little easier for us to kind of practice together, okay? So showing you here, I'm turning, kicking with my back leg and turning over my back shoulder. There's my turn, there's my back kick, and I finish that turn back kick. Let's do it together, facing towards this wall. Make sure you start far enough away from the screen or wall that you're not gonna kick it even if you take a step or two forwards, okay? So, go to your ready stance. I'm gonna be doing it from my right side stance, meaning my right foot is farther away from my target. My body is pointed to the right side of the target. So, like this. Again, that red wall is my target. I'm gonna turn and look over this shoulder until I see my target again. And while I know you can't see them, right now my toes are pointed sideways here. I'm gonna pivot on the balls of my feet until my toes point away from my target, so it's gonna be pointing towards you. I'm gonna pivot. You might be able to see me move this foot. There we go. You can kind of see it down there, right? Toes are pointed towards you, and I'm turning to see my target. Now, the leg that's farthest away from my target, right now it's this one, is gonna slide straight back to kick. Hands are up, kick, and I finish in my ready stance. Let's do it again. Again, for my right side ready stance, I see my target. I'm gonna go, look over my right shoulder and kick with my right foot. Turn and spot, pivot on my feet. I've spotted my target, right leg kicks straight behind me, rechamber, and set it down. Nice, let's do it one more time. Ready stance here, turn and spot. I see my target, back leg kicks, and set it down in front. Awesome work, everyone. For a couple demonstrations here, I've got my good friend Versus. We're gonna be practicing our turn back kick here. Luckily, Versus enjoys being kicked, so I'm gonna be doing all the kicking here. Versus is gonna be doing all the getting kicked. So, I'm gonna get about 45 seconds, so I'm just gonna practice it from a couple of different angles. Please jump ahead, jump with me and, please kick with me and get as much practice as you can, okay? Let's do it. Just to keep it consistent, I'm only gonna be kicking with my right foot here. If you would like to kick with your left foot, you can. Know that you would have to just change, right? You start from your left side stance, look over your left shoulder, and kick with your left foot, all right? Let's do this, 45 seconds. Ready, set, and let's go. Turn and spot, back kick, set it down. Turn and spot, back kick, set it down. There we go, let's keep going, 45 seconds, right? Pivot on those feet, turn and spot, kick, and I'm setting it down closer to my target for this time still. Turn and spot. Turn and spot, keeping my eyes on my target throughout the whole kick, and trying to get my hands back up. Let's keep going, we got 5 more seconds. Last one, best one, sir. Excellent job with that turn back kick, guys. Looking at making sure we get it as smooth as we can with our hands up the whole time, making sure we've got great posture. It'll be a great module for us. So again, working on that turn back kick. Next up, we've got some Cinco Tiros to build on after last module of Cinco Tiros. Hey guys, for our second curriculum here, we get to build off what we worked on last module. All right, we started working on our first angle in Cinco Tiros, then also talking about our twirls. Well, we're gonna jump into angles 2 and 3 today. So go ahead, and if you've got a stick, go ahead and grab it. If you're using something different like a cardboard roll, or you're using a wooden spoon or something that kind of looks like a stick, then go grab that and let's get started. So quick reminder, when you hold onto the stick, you should be holding with all 5 fingers. That pinky and ring finger can relax a little bit, but they should still be in contact with the stick. If I've got it in my right hand, I'm gonna put my right foot forward. I'm gonna make sure my weight is forward, and I'm gonna keep my live hand, the one that's not holding the stick, right up by my chest. Now, angle 1 was this horizontal strike. I'm making sure that I turn my hips, right? I'm not swinging my arm. Notice how my body's staying in one spot. I wanna rotate my hips for my angle 1 strike. Now, angle 2, we're gonna drop down at an angle. 2 and 2. Excellent. Now I'm trying my best again to use my hips for my strike and trying to keep my hand in front of me. If I imagine there's 4 points, my hips and my shoulders, I don't want my hand to move away from that rectangle, all right? So I can bring it up to the shoulder and I strike down. 2 and 2. 2, 2. Excellent. Now, one more. Angle 3 is going to be rising up. So I'm going to drop it down here. It's right in front of my hip. Strike up at an angle. Same thing, other side. So we have angle 3 and 3. Excellent. Let's do all 3 of them again. Ready? Angle 1 first. Drop it down. Rotate and rotate. Angle 2, down at the angle. And then angle 3, we're going to strike up. Ready? Up and up. Excellent work, guys. That's angle 1, 2, and 3 in Cinco Tiros. Go ahead and get as much practice in as you can, and we're going to continue building on this. I'm just having a blast with it. So, nice work. Real quick announcements, everybody. We are still running with classes inside. It's been a blast, and we're going to continue having the outdoor classes as well as these online courses as well, where you can stay caught up with what we're working on in the school and continue to progress. Other than that, we are still working with our social distance camp, so if that is something you are interested in, please send a message to Sifu Dan. He can help get you signed up for that. But that is it, everybody. Great work today. Keep working on that stick work. Keep working on those kicks. And let's keep having fun training. Let's come to attention. And let's bow out. Class dismissed. Chula!